without any sexual connotation.
Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Floyd 212, and I'm with Ben. What's up, Ben?
Hello.
What's up, David Aston?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Hayden?
G'day.
All right, so David, what is your reaction to the women's symbol hidden in the Doctor Who logo?
Well, it's nothing. It's not the end of the world, but I suppose it depends where they take it from this. If this is just a little, echoing the fact that the Doctor is a female, then that's fine. But if it hints at them constantly,
Men are stupid,
hammering it in. But the thing is, there is such a double standard to this, because at the same time they're saying, it doesn't. The argument for female doctors is, well, it doesn't matter that a doctor can regenerate into anything. You shouldn't focus on the doctor just being a man, or just relegate it to just limit the doctor to being just the man. And yet this is doing exactly the same thing. It's hammering home the fact that the Doctor is a female, and let's be honest, it is kind of sexist towards men, because
it is sexist, 100%.
You think about it, there's going to be all these excuses given any time the show gets criticised for anything. They're going to use the Doctor's new gender in a way they never did. I mean, when you hear Doctor Who being criticised for the years when it was declining, you never hear an argument or defence starting with some emphasis on, it's because he's a man or whatever.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yep. I got to tell you, I run all these Doctor Who pages on Facebook, and I am not going to show the logo. I am not going to use the logo. I believe that men and women are created equally, and I believe, yes, they want us to give her a chance, but not at the expense of bashing men or making that women are superior. And there should be none of that in the title. There shouldn't be hidden subliminal messages with the women symbol. Then they cut off the D in the D of Doctor Who, like trying to mean like something else symbolic. Like, it's ridiculous.
Cutting off the dick. It's cutting off the penis.
I wasn't trying to say that, but you said it there. Okay, but anyway,
oh dear.
You know what? You just cut off your merchandise forever, and no guy's gonna buy a shirt when they're trying to make it the women's superior with the women's symbol. So, I'm not gonna wear a shirt like that. I'm not gonna buy any Doctor merchandise at all with that logo on it. Period. I'll show Doctor Who. We'll do Real Whovians cast, but I am not going to promote that. I'm against the logo, totally.
One of the things I've noticed about Star Wars The Last Jedi is that, there's still Star Wars merchandise in my Morrison's across the road. They still haven't sold that yet, which is funny. I think, whether they like it or not, whether feminists like it or not, the simple fact is, focusing on any one particular gender does put people off. I'm not even talking about men's rights activists. Nobody needs feminism. A woman to be successful does not need feminism, just in the same way a man does not need men's rights groups to be successful.
Well, Sally was just in the cast with us, and she was against what they did, and Vaughn was in the cast about. We were talking about they're doing Rosa Parks, and she was against that. Like, you don't need to do that.
She can't be, because all women love it. She must be one of these fanboys. She's internalizing her misogyny.
Nope. I tell you, they are so dead wrong, and they really think they know what's up. They don't, because when Doctor Who airs, you will find out exactly how many women are against it. You mark my words.
But the thing is, from what I read briefly on Radio Times, I looked at the logo. It looks rather nice, I have to say. I like the colour scheme, and the simple fact is, the other day I was thinking about it. I was listening to viewers. The other day I was watching all these different versions of a Doctor Who theme tunes, and there's a really good YouTuber who's done all these versions of a Doctor Who theme as though it was, done by, say, John Carpenter or 1980s synth and all that sort of thing, or in the style of Strange Things, and that was rather fascinating. And it struck me the one thing that they need for Jodie Whittaker, they need a complete, utter revamp of the show. They need to bring back the Doctor's face in a way that isn't just, blink and watch it, like they did since Matt Smith and the Snowman titles. This is a chance to totally start off afresh, and they have to do it right because, well, this applies to any new Doctor, but particularly with Jodie Whittaker, because, if you think about it, it's rather unfair, really, because there's so much riding on it that she can't help but piss off somebody. If it's not fanboys, then it's going to be feminists.
I don't think it's her pissing them off. I think it's Chibnall. Because like Sally was telling me, Broadchurch was like bashing men left and right when Chibnall did it. So, and the cyber men, they don't have no gender thing. They're supposed to be cyber men. There was never a cyber woman until Chibnall created a cyber woman with breasts and everything. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So it's a political agenda, and it's always been a political
agenda. I could jump in for a sec, because I've watched Broadchurch. I don't think it ever really bashed men per se. Like, obviously there was a serial killer, or there was the murderer who was a man, and there was a rapist who was a man. However, like the male characters are portrayed quite well. They have as many issues and as many steps to overcome in their character's journey as the females, and there are many problematic and flawed female characters too, such as the one. What was she called from Torchwood? Gwen. Eve Miles. She was a very problematic character with a lot of flaws and issues in the second season. So it's interesting how
you feel that way as a man, but we had a woman in here and she didn't feel that way. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But me personally, I thought that was a great show. So looking at that alone, that's why I don't feel as worried about Doctor Who as you do. You know what I mean? Because I've seen Broadchurch. But I could be wrong completely.
I mean, I basically see that they're full of shit. It's an agenda. They don't understand. Here's the thing: culture shapes people, and this is what they don't realize. When I watched Doctor Who when I was a kid, it shaped me forever. Just like anything else I've seen, like Star Wars or Back to the Future or Star Trek. It made me who I am, like my Spider-Man, all these different things. Whatever people watch is going to shape them in the future, where it's going to make them either a feminist or not a feminist. Like, I was raised that men and women are equal, but that's not what they're trying to teach people now. They're trying to teach people like women are ruling the world. That's not the case. And there's all these different movements about women taking over this, and it's like ridiculous. It's, where's the equality? And just like Star Wars about balance of the force. There's no balance if there's just good being there and no evil. I mean, that's not balance, but
it's not equality. It's literally just payback. It's just reversing what men have done to women and saying, we're going to have our time in the sun now and kick you down.
That's ridiculous.
I see what it is.
Yeah.
There's going to be a backlash.
I'm a feminist because I got sick and tired of
How could you be a feminist if you're not a woman? This is what I don't understand.
Well,
you can't be a feminist, technically.
Yeah, I am a feminist. I believe in equality, but
not if you have something that's not feminism down there.
Well, I consider myself a feminist, but the thing is, with responsibility, with reality, everybody has the opportunity everybody has the right to an equal opportunity, but not the outcome. Because the outcome should be based on your qualities as a human, not on whether you have this genitalia or whatever.
Has nothing to do with it, right? And just like religion too, all the stuff. It's like if David Aston's the best man for the job, he's the best man for the job. Or if Sally's the best woman for the job, it's like whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like you give 100%, and that's why you get paid, is putting your effort into it. Not, oh my God, that's ridiculous. So.
Well, it's interesting, really. Just, the Star Wars thing. Oh, yeah, J.J. Abrams saying that people don't like Last Jedi are threatened by women. So, according to his logic, all the gays and all the feminists who dislike the movie for whatever reason, for the way they plot. I find it weird because Last Jedi, he should be pissed off about Last Jedi because they jettisoned a lot of the plots that he put into place.
They basically said, F you, J.J. Abrams, we're doing our own shit.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised he's not pissed about it.
Why is he defending the film now?
I have no idea. He didn't even do it. But anyway, let's stick with Doctor Who. Yes. I mean, honestly, they're saying there's no agenda. There's an agenda. And could we just get back to time and space? Like, just traveling? I mean, that's not supposed to be the main issue that she's a female. It's supposed to be she's a doctor still. Not supposed to be, like, different that she's a female. It's like, she's the doctor. It should be business as usual. And that's not what they're doing now. And that's what I'm worried about. I think they're like, oh, we're not going to have this villain this year or that villain, but we're going to talk about women's rights every episode. I mean, I don't want to see that.
It's a load of rubbish. Like on one of the comments, on one of the YouTube videos, I put the comment, as I've said already, it's sexist considering that when critics attack the show for whatever reason, this doctor is going to have her gender being used as a very convenient framing device that the last 12 doctors never had at their disposal. When Peter Capaldi's doctor was losing viewers or whatever, you never said, oh, well, this is because he's a man. The real reason is, when he became a doctor, there was a lot of ageism towards him. Mm-hmm. That's for certain.
Doctor age discrimination.
Yeah, it's just silly. I mean, I've never heard, you never heard, when David Tennant became a doctor, them draining on about him as a man or whatever. He was just simply, and people say, like another thing, here's another thing. Them saying Jodie Whittaker being cast isn't a gimmick. Really? Well,
what's a gimmick?
Well, in that case, why didn't you have a female doctor 10 years ago? There's no
that's
reason
bullshit.
whatsoever.
Anybody that comes out and says that they never did it in the past, so that's bullshit. I don't care what anybody says, even if it was in a joke that Tom Baker said, whoever takes over role, man or woman, it's bullshit. They had no intentions of doing it. They never did it. And now that they did it, they're saying that everybody's sexist, but they are sexist in reverse because they are pushing this agenda. They are pissing off everybody. And the problem is that you don't put your personal ideals into something you're doing that has nothing to do with the show. Because what's going to happen is you're going to cancel it. You have to write for different characters, but you cannot, you're pushing your agenda into the show, and that is not what should be done. And when it happens in Marvel Comics, they fire the person. Like there was a thing about them saying they were against Jews or against this. They fired the guy for putting that in the X-Men comic or something. I mean, you can't do that. You can't just say, oh, women's superior. You can't do that. Even in Doctor Who, you can't have that.
One of the Marvel writers put that in.
They put subliminal messages on the X-Men cover, and then he got fired. Yeah.
What was it then?
It had something about Jews in the background and subliminal messages, and but the thing is, that's the point. It's like you're hired. You have one job, right? Write for Doctor Who, right? Whether you are against men or whatever, keep it out of Doctor Who. Like, all right, Chip. No, I don't know what his deal is, if he's gay or if he's not, but like, just write Doctor Who. Like, stop it with these agendas. And I think that's what's the problem is, like, people think that they can do stuff like that, and then the show goes down. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? Russell T Davies is gay, right? Did he make the show gay? No. Okay, it's about writing for Doctor Who, and that's it. Like, you don't make.
He did inject some gayness, but he did in a subtle way. He didn't shove it down your throat, did he?
Right, but that's the whole point. But that's the whole point. It's like, you know, it's not a gay show. It's a regular show, but he wrote it excellent. You know, he did characterizations. He did, you know, Moffat, he's trying to educate us about a woman being gay every 5 minutes that she's saying she's gay, and he's not even gay, Moffat. So how does he know the hell he's writing about? You know, like, you know, it's craziness.
What's that banging noise?
I don't know. Ben, is that you?
I don't think so.
This Scott. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
Scott.
Yes.
Please tell us you've seen the Doctor Who logo.
Yes.
And please tell us you saw the hidden women symbol in the O.
Yes.
And please tell us that in the beginning with the D, you saw them slice it off.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So what the hell? Talk about not like agendas. There's an agenda.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. That's the first thing I saw when I clicked on either, I can't remember if it was Facebook or Twitter, but that's the first thing I saw was a little thing go shooting, the TARDIS shooting by and all this. I thought, okay, at first I thought, oh, that's cool. And it's like, that happened. You gotta be kidding me. Come on.
Right. Like I was going to give it, I was like, wait a minute, that's a woman's symbol. Wait a minute, they cut the deal.
Basically vasectomizing the Doctor.
Right.
Is that what you're trying to do?
So you know what? You know what I say with your agenda? Whether it's BBC or Chimnell, F off, basically, because you're not going to get us with that. No, I am not going to promote that shit on
It's self-defeating. I mean, it's very bizarre because recently you had Black Panther, which is basically, I think Black Panther is wonderful because
it is.
The simple truth is, in this day and age, you rarely see a blockbuster film with a predominantly black cast. Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
But
I can't wait to see it.
That's a perfect example of why you shouldn't pander to people in any of these groups, because they still complained about it. Not lesbian love scenes. They complained about that being cut or whatever. Yeah,
there was no necessary. The love scenes weren't necessary.
Well, let's not talk about Black Panther. Let's stay with Doctor Who.
I know, but
I'm just making a point. Yeah. And the thing is, there's no point in trying to please these people. You know, it's just. But the one thing you didn't mention is that this logo they've had a change of production art people or something. So the old people used to.
Everybody old is gone. They kicked everybody to the curb.
Even the Gold said he's gone.
Yeah. Somebody else is doing this logo.
Murray Gold is gone.
Yeah.
It just looks, even without the whole gender thing, it looks a bit pretentious. I don't know,
I thought it looked shabby and kindergartenish, tell you.
For the fans of my show and for the fans of Doctor Who, I'm just going to say something. Men and women are created equal, okay? It doesn't matter that the Doctor was a man for 54 years.
Yeah.
You never seen him put a male symbol. You never seen him act like a man. Like, you never seen him say, I'm a male, you're a woman. Like, until Moffat made the first Doctor a sexist, which was ridiculous, because that's not what the first Doctor was. So, just one more time, men and women are created equal. Now, you want us to accept Jodie Whittaker as a female Doctor, right? Okay, we get it, but you go about it like this. You don't shove a woman's symbol on the logo. You don't do women's, like, what is happening? This is not, what are you trying to do? Because if you're trying to do a political agenda, you're going to kill the fucking show.
And then you're going to be the ones who get blamed for it.
And I don't give a fuck about other podcasts talking about our podcast, putting fucking labels on us, because they'll fucking kill the show with the 10 out of 10 shit. I don't want the show canceled. But let me tell you something right now. Men and women are created equal. You don't fucking put a women's symbol on the Doctor Who logo. I'm sorry. I'm a man. Now you just stop me from buying. You just stop me from buying all this merchandise.
There is no way you could accidentally. That looks so. It's no coincidence involved in this. It would have, unless the designer was in some sort of trance, hypnotism. The simple fact is, Last Jedi has demonstrated two things. If you focus on an agenda, like Joe says, one, it will be detrimental in writing good characters and a plot. And also, it will put off people, both male and female, because contrary to belief, that you don't. It's like politics at dinner time. It puts people off. Yeah, and with Jodie Whittaker, like I've always said about every new Doctor since Chris Eccleston, the simple fact is we need to establish Jodie Whittaker's character. Time to find her own feet, and if you're just sort of this female stuff or whatever, gender equality or whatever they want to shove into it, they're going to be spending time
shooting yourself in the
on that rather than developing the new show. And like I said a few minutes ago, this is the chance to totally revitalise, have a new opening credits, new theme, new style, everything, and really sort of connect with the audience. And if they don't do that, then they'll be basically shooting themselves in the foot.
Yep.
But they basically fucked that up already because they did this shit. Because they're shoving it down. Let me just say something first of all, because I get the comments already and I'm seeing it already, and I'm telling you right now, they're all wrong. Okay, I'm not a male misogynist. I'm not against women. Okay, I grew up on Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. I grew up on Sigourney Weaver. I grew up on friggin' Carrie Fisher. I grew up on many different women being in prominent roles. And I love them. And I love those movies, okay? So don't tell me for one fucking minute that I'm against a woman, okay? In fact, I even have my own book series that I'm making a spin-off of my female character. She's going to have her own friggin' series because she's that good. And I'm going to have a whole series on her, okay? And that has nothing to do with I am not in any way, shape, or form against women. This is bullshit. So I could agree and disagree, and I could criticize Doctor Who because I fucking watched it since I was a fucking child before I knew how to read and write. So I have a goddamn fucking right to criticize more than fucking anybody. Okay? And I'm gonna criticize it, and nobody's gonna fucking mince words and tell me that I'm fucking I'm against women and shit. Don't give me that bullshit. Okay, because I have an open mind. I bend. I accept her as a doctor, but don't fucking keep pulling this shit with putting a fucking symbol in there. Don't fucking start making it that men are stupid. I'm tired of it.
Basically, I can guarantee if they ever did a remake of Aliens, the original Alien, this is a perfect demonstration. The character Ripley is a brilliant character in a brilliant directed series. Well, some of them are good. And the whole point is, take her out of the film.
It's done.
Yeah, and if that was done now, they would be focusing on her gender, which is... No, the reason why Ripley or Sarah Connor worked is because it was a character.
Those movies were made...
That's how they should be doing the Doctor.
Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you're writing a character based on their gender and solely on their gender, you're not really writing a character at all. You're by definition writing a two-dimensional person rather than a three-dimensional.
And Star Wars, it was ahead of its time. Carrie Fisher shooting the stormtroopers, Carrie Fisher saving them, Carrie Fisher doing this. They were ahead of its time, and it was fantastic. I mean, we had men heroes and we had women heroes.
What sold these characters wasn't that they were women. Yes, obviously, the fact that they were women was important.
They happened to be women.
It was their actions. It was how strong and how impressive and the journey they went through. That's how, if that's the best way to write a female character, and that's how they should do the Doctor. And I really, really hope, in a way, it's sort of disrespecting women. It's like, well, you can only be successful if you play. It's like saying, well, you can only be successful if you use yourself as a sex object. It's virtually the same thing.
Well, look at getting off the subject for a second here. Look at the difference between pirate costumes for guys and pirate costumes for girls. Because somebody was complaining about this 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that they went out to look for an outfit for their daughter, and everything they found made the little girl look like a whore.
Right.
So she ended up having to make the outfit themselves. So,
It's again, even in the comics, we had female Avenger leaders and different things. Like, I mean, characters. There were women that were strong roles. So please don't be stupid when you're commenting, making it like, I'm a man and I'm against women. You make yourselves look really dumb when you say that. Honestly.
If we were against female characters, we wouldn't be sticking with Doctor Who at all.
Yeah.
We had Sarah Jane.
None of us would have gone to Last Jedi to see Leia or any of the other new characters. And look what they did with Leia. They fucking didn't use her at all. In The Awakens, it's established in Return of the Jedi that she had powers and she was potentially going to be a Jedi. There's about 30 or 35 years between Return of the Jedi and Awakens, and they didn't highlight her Jedi powers at all. And if they had, they could have. They would have done the film series of service. If they'd shown her with some Jedi powers and Awakens, they could have had her and Luke fighting together if they wanted to, and they would have made the Mary Poppins scene make more sense, and it would make more contextually would have made more sense. And
I think it was, though, with Leia, she didn't want to be a Jedi, which is unique. I mean, she's like, no, I don't want it. And she was more interested in the Resistance and more interested in she was not like Luke. Like, Luke wanted to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
She didn't. She just didn't. And that's fine. But when push came to shove, Luke did teach her a couple of things, and she was able to use that ability. But anyway, back to Doctor Who. You know what? Bad form, BBC. Bad form with this logo, and let's just hope that they change the logo. Because your merchandise is going to be in the toilet. Because you're pushing men out completely of the show. Even the ones that are supporting you, you're going to be pushing them out. So let's see what happens if you have no men watching it, period.
Don't forget, if you start doing that, it's going to be the women first that's going to start seeing this. And then chatting with their husbands, boyfriends, whatever, and go, I'm not comfortable with the way the show's going. They're going to agree, whether just to keep them or
good point. That's honest, Scott.
You're going to drop.
That's honest. That's a good point, Scott. They're focusing on old men won't like this, but the truth is, 80% of women do not identify as feminists.
Yeah.
And every single time, there was an article saying, women who could be the next Doctor. Every single time that there were more women leaving comments that they objected to a female Doctor.
How do you explain this hashtag feminisms? And you can't say that they were being overpowered by men, because these were women that could pretty much talk you either under the table or out the door with their knowledge of Doctor Who or anything out there. Vaughn in particular.
And Sally. And even the Ronnie. Deborah.
Yes.
She's against it. She don't even want to watch it anymore.
Oh, bugger. And if you think about it, really,
even Gloria was against it.
You don't need to do this at all. Jodie Whittaker is the first female Doctor Who. She's female already. That in itself is enough.
And what people should be looking at, and people should be treating this, yes, she's a doctor. Yes, it's the Doctor, and she happens to be female. That's how it should be done. But we're doing, oh, boy, she's a Doctor.
But she can't be born fucking feminist movement. She has to know what that is. She's a man in a woman's body. You understand that? Exactly. She can't just be gung-ho, I'm for female rights. You're a freaking man for thousands of years.
Yeah.
This is why it makes no fucking sense. She's a man for thousands of years. Now you're in a female body, and tomorrow do you just instantly say, "Oh, men suck," and I'm no.
Than a female.
No.
We had Curse of the Fatal Death with one to get the final incarnation.
Yeah, that you knew what Moffat's agenda was. That was always the agenda, Moffat. To be the one to influence it to happen that way, even if he didn't do it himself.
The Doctor has to acknowledge it, and the show has to acknowledge it. There are going to be certain situations where the Doctor is going to be treated differently in certain periods of time.
And they're going to ignore that. That's that was my third or fourth concern, is with the fact that how cultures and time treats women. How are you going to circumvent that?
You know what's going to happen, though? When Chibnall's out and somebody that writes Doctor Who is completely against this, when the Doctor's a man again, they're going to rip this shit to shreds.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Capaldi said, with a few false starts. Oh, they're going to rip this shit. Oh, I don't even remind me when I was a woman. Oh, my God. There's going to be a whole – I'm fucking guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Welcome back.
They're going to rip this shit to shreds. Guarantee it.
Yeah, I know.
You know it's happening. Even if it's 5 years, 10 years.
And it's already being
shit happens.
It's
going to happen.
I will continue watching regardless of the logo or so forth. But
I'm going to watch it, but I don't want to see no shit in it.
That's well, I just, like I said, I just think they should write an interesting, write a character, which I'm sure Chibnall can do this because he's worked with Jodie Whittaker before. I haven't watched Broadchurch, so I don't know what it's like, but he will be able to write a really engaging character. He'll be able to write perfectly for Jodie Whittaker to get the very best out of her acting skills, and that's all she needs to do.
Yeah, we don't even know if she's going to stay, first of all. We don't even know if she's going to stay. We don't even know if they're going to make her stay or if they're going to make her leave. We don't know anything. Because her contract's not Chibnall's contract. Chibnall's contract is 5 years. So we'll see.
They have to do that so that way.
But it's not her. It's him. It's BBC. It's this whole shit. It's not Jodie Whittaker's fault. It's this bullshit's fault that they're doing it like this. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you want to talk to any of these people, go to Real Whovians Cast Interactive, and I'll pass the message to them. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.